Hey, what's up guys? We're gonna be playing some Delphox gameplay here. Now don't judge my items right now that I only have them at 20 and 11 there. But we have double glasses with special spoon, and our emblem page is 7 black with 6 green. Again, I'm trying to get those items up to at least level 20, but for right now that's where we have them at. We're gonna be going top lane. Now with spoon, it makes Delphox's, mainly Fennekin's, early gameplay really much better because you can actually do a lot more damage, especially if you have him at level 30. Like, unfortunately I don't, but you can still do damage with them at level 10. But anyways, so our team is Greninja, Zoroark, Pikachu, and Scizor. Our enemy team is Blastoise, Comfey, Dodrio, Sylveon, and Garchomp. Pretty difficult team, but the people that we want to look after would probably be Sylveon and the Comfey. Now, the reason why I don't say Dodrio, while Dodrio does have a low HP pool, it's really hard to go after him, especially if you're not running the Fire Spin move, which in this gameplay we are not. We're going to be running Fire Blast with that like dashing move. I can't remember right now off the top of my head what it was called. But here we're going to be laning top lane with Pikachu here. We're not stacking, so we don't need to worry about going to go stack. All we need to worry about right here is trying to get to Delphox as quickly as possible. Pretty much is what we worry about right now. We're not worried about stacking or much of anything else. We just want to get to Delphox. Because the reason why because Fennekin and then it's Braixen, its second evolution, it's kind of weak. Here we have a pretty good early game. I do use my eject button to sort of get the EV, and that gets us to level 4, which does get us our evolution to Braixen, which is pretty good early game because that means we're not gonna be finishing that much during the early game. We're gonna be pretty close to getting and to evolving into Delphox, which is what we want. So here we're kind of just waiting out to get to the Bees or the 850 Altarias, whatever you want to call them. So here, our Pikachu uses Electro and does get our Squirtle, the enemy Squirtle, really weak. We do get him, and that's another pick for me, which is pretty good experience. Here we see that the AV is going back. I don't know why it's coming back to fight. It ends up just going down. That was a really bad push on its part. Here we're kind of level keeping the Squirtle. We're not really letting it get any experience, and at the same time it's being really greedy. You see it's like pushing up. It's not, respecting us. So we put it in its place. It barely gets into War Turtle while I have completed my 3-stage evolution. On the other hand, at like 7 minutes into the game, which is pretty good, which gives us our Fire Blast and Flame Charge. That's the move here, which is really good, like I said, for us. We're not really using like them in much like consistency. We're just really using them as movement speeds. Here we do get the Dodrio, which is a really nice pick for us. But unfortunately, our Sylveon, the enemy Sylveon, does have buffs, which do make it a lot stronger and a lot more difficult. Here I see that our Scizor came up, I should say, to sort of help us out. So I went to go and help him out. Here we go in to fight for these Altarias. Not much of a contest from the enemy team here. They do get me pretty low, but we do manage to get back on point, and we do get to heal. And I do pick up a berry, so that heals us up pretty good. Here, same thing. We're still just farming because we don't have Unite. If we had Unite, then I would have felt a lot more confident for this Regieleki fight than we are right now. Just because Delphox's Unite is still probably one of the best Unites to secure and to just deal a lot of damage to your enemies. So it is still in my opinion, one of the best Unites in the game. Here, honestly, this is kind of a misplay on our side, but Well, yeah, it is kind of a misplay on our side because there's only two top lane. It's only the Dodrio and Squirtle, or War Turtle now. Honestly, what I should have done is gone bot because we're wasting so much time top lane trying to secure it, trying to get it from the enemy team. Whereas if I was bot lane, we could have gotten it safely and faster instead of having to wait for this to happen like this. Because even look right now, we still haven't even started Regieleki until I had gotten up there. And I know it makes more sense to break top goal before using it just because it's going to have more value. And I get that. They probably wanted to wait for it to break, but I should have gone down. We didn't need 3 people up there like that. So that's a misplay on my part, is we should have, you know, I should have gone down at least. Our Scyther and our Pikachu could have stayed up, and that would have been fine. Here, our Regieleki does have value. It does go in, which is really good for us. Garchomp comes in, you know, trying to stop us from doing things. Here, I wanted to get red buff, but unfortunately, I do think I go down to the Dodrio, but we are winning by a lot, so I'm not too worried. We have destroyed their top lane, which is good and it's bad because there's good about it. Depending on the enemy team, they could get really flustered and it could really do a lot of mental game damage to them. They could really feel like, oh, this is a losing game already. We should surrender vote before Rayquaza and lose the game, even though Rayquaza wins games. So it's a big boost of morale for us because it's like, oh, we got this in the bag, we're winning, but it's a low morale for them. But the negative to that is they get a lot of catch-up experience. You see those 4 little yellow dots on their side? That's experience. Those are points that we can't get because it's over too far in their side, that if we did manage to go and get them and we got caught, that could be really bad for us rather than any good. Because it gives them, if the enemies were to kill us while we have gotten their experience, they get like more experience than ever. So here, unfortunately, we do all go down. But luckily our Zoroark was able to stop them from scoring, at least enough to give me enough time to get to spawn and come back and help out. Here, unfortunately, we don't get any picks from that except for the Garchomp, but you know, that's okay. Here we're still kind of just farming. I'm level 11. The thing with Delphox, or at least maybe my gameplay in Delphox, is I feel like I get to level 13 really late in the game. I feel like I said, this is probably just my gameplay not being the greatest. But I just feel like maybe with Delphox is a pretty late game person. Kind of feels like Gardevoir in the sense where, you know, most of the times you'll be level 13 maybe by the end of the game, depending on how things went for you early game. I mean, I feel like our early game was really good, but who knows? I mean, maybe it's just I didn't take enough fights. But I mean, we're level 12 and like the 2-minute mark. Another thing that I should have done as Delphox is using my Unite move. Just because Delphox has one of the shorter Unite counters for it, I felt like, hey, I should have used my Unite move more often than not. It could have helped us. It could have done something. But there's something. We do manage to get 13 before Rayquaza, so maybe I'm doing something right here in the gameplay. Here, Blastoise uses their Unite, and they all kind of start using Unite. I don't want to use my Unite move against a singular Garchomp. Here, it's just not worth it in my opinion. We do manage to get away from the Garchomp. He was chasing me down, and I was pretty low HP, so we do base to go back home. Unfortunately, 2 of our members do go down, which is kind of scary. Here, I use my Unite move to get Garchomp and secure, well, Scyther secures it, but I feel like we had more of a play, more of a say in who secured it. rather than the Scyther. Scyther only has 47 here, so I don't want him to score. I want to score. Just because if he would have scored, he would have broken the goal, which wouldn't have been the best, just because he wouldn't have overcapped it like how I did. Here, I'm sort of just staying in the jump pad. You want to kind of do that just in case people like this do score. Unfortunately, they do get to score on me because they're only scoring like 3 points each, so it's not like the game-winning scores or anything like that. Here, I don't know why our Zoroark stayed or went up with me. I definitely had that under control. Farming Unite as I am right now. He should have stayed bot just in case people would have scored and gone bot. But I don't think that was going to be the case. Just real fast though, thank you guys for so much support on my last video, on my Trevenant video. It really does mean a lot to me to see that video is doing so well. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the video, and hope you guys like and subscribe. But anyways, this is like the final few those are the final few pushes that the enemy is doing. We got a double KO right there, which is really nice. Yeah, those are like the final pushes that they were doing. There's 4 down. They're not going to do anything right now, so we kind of just already won the game. There's nothing the enemy team can do against us. So let's look at the final stats, final numbers. So we win by 635 to 370, doing roughly 9 kills, 9 KOs, 72,000 damage. Pretty good. But anyways, guys, if you did like this video, if you did enjoy this video, like it, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and I'll check you guys out on the next one. Peace out.